Emerald Audio.
On the previous episode of The Royals of Malibu.
DINAH was different in the beginning of our marriage. And then I neglected her, I cheated on her, and it broke her. Every bad thing she does, I am responsible for.
Yes, Reed. I would love to go to prom with you.
Yeah?
I need you.
You have me, Ella.
Get your hands off my daughter! I allowed you to continue staying with the Royals because you've clearly grown attached to them.
I'm sorry, you allowed me?
But I won't allow my underage daughter to live with her boyfriend, particularly when that boyfriend is on trial for murder.
It might be safer for you, more normal, if you stayed with Uncle Steve for a while.
If you all want me to go, then I guess I'll go.
Spiraling down. Yeah. Can't pin me down.
On Saturday night, I packed a bag and moved in with Steve. All day Sunday, I locked myself in my all-white, pristine bedroom. Then, I know, it's a bad idea, but I couldn't help myself. I typed Reed Royal into the search bar of every social media app in existence.
I am warning you. No. You should be glad your mom isn't allowed to see you now.
His name is Reed Royal, and he murdered his stepmom.
I personally believe Reed is the hottest murderer since Dahmer.
So my cousin's best friend's sister goes to the Cove Academy, and she said that Reed Royal once drowned a student in the moat.
Do people actually believe a high school would build a moat? Do people believe any of these lies?
Famed Royal brothers. We're going to dig through the facts.
I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb and fall asleep to a playlist of conspiracy theory YouTube videos all talking about Reed. I'm so angry at everyone in Malibu for letting Reed down. And I'm angry at Reed for letting me leave. Monday morning, I woke up still angry. Reed sent me a dozen apologies, but I told him I need space. I don't want to be around anyone when I feel like this. In a few days, everyone will realize it was unfair to kick me out of the royal house. And I'll be back where I belong. Ugh, what is that? Steve?
I know you're angry at me, but when I was a kid, you know what always cheered me up?
A trampoline?
My trampoline!
You realize these things are supposed to go outside, right?
A trampoline on the balcony seemed like a bad idea. Anyway, you're allowed to be angry. Ella, anger is a normal response to experiencing parental boundaries for the first time in a while. We'll grow together.
Can you please stop bouncing? I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind.
I want to lay down some ground rules.
Yes, I'll be nice to DINAH as long as she's nice to me.
I mean things like curfews.
You're giving me a curfew?
How about you have to be home by 9 o'clock on weekdays, 10 o'clock weekends?
CALLUM never gave me a curfew.
You also gotta ask me before you go out. You can't just run off with your friends to do God knows what. The permission thing includes hanging out with your boyfriend, by the way, and I have a right to say no.
Why do I have to report to you? I don't even know you.
Last thing, how come you're not in any extracurriculars? CALLUM told me at your old school you were in clubs and stuff before your mom got sick.
Well, I actually liked the kids at my old school. I don't want to spend any more time than I have to at the Cove.
Well, you gotta spend a little more time there. Join a sport. A little team building could be good for you.
Sorry. The whole murder trial thing has been distracting me from living my best Degrassi life.
Trial has nothing to do with you. You gotta let your boyfriend handle his business.
I thought you were like an uncle to Reed.
I'm a father to you first.
What's with all the boxes? Are you two moving?
No, the boxes are full of your stuff. Reed and Easton just dropped them off. Hey, wait a second, Ella!
I recognize Reed's car waiting outside the building.
Hey, sorry the music sucks. I gave East the aux.
Whatever, dude.
What are you doing here?
You didn't get my text? I'm taking you to school.
Don't tell Papa Steve.
Why did you bring all my stuff over to Steve's place?
My dad asked me to.
Why?
Because that's where you live?
Uh-oh, Mom and Dad are fighting.
I support your decisions all the time, Reed.
Yeah, you also call me out when I'm wrong. You're not usually wrong, like ever, but in this case...
You really think it's safer to move out of your house and live with Brooke's real killer, DINAH?
You don't know that.
Does anyone seem like more of a murderous person than DINAH?
Maybe you, right now.
Can you please be serious, Easton?
Sure thing. I have a perhaps controversial opinion. I don't think the lawyer was wrong to suggest that you two break up, at least for a while.
She doesn't
What?
know about that.
Do you two talk at all, or do you just spend all your time boning?
Your lawyer told you to break up with me?
Just publicly. Well, they might ask me about you during my deposition, so the lawyer probably wants us to actually break up.
Well, is that gonna help your case?
Yeah, because of the DNA evidence thing.
What DNA evidence thing?
You're killing me, Easton.
I'm not used to knowing secrets, Reed. I have no idea how to handle all this
What
information.
DNA evidence?
Brooke's autopsy came back. They found your DNA under her fingernails.
Shit. Well, she scratched my face in the bathroom. Are people really gonna think we teamed up to off Brooke or something?
They don't think you're a suspect, Ella. They think you're the motive. My motive. My lawyer wants us to break up for the optics. People would have a hard time imagining me killing for you and then breaking up with you a few months later.
Well, if we break up, our relationship looks like a silly fling, not murder fuel.
Yeah, that's why I told the lawyer no. I'm not ending things with you. Not ever.
Isn't anyone gonna ask me for my side of the story? I'll tell them the truth. Brooke blackmailed us, but we never hurt her. If me living with Steve will help look like less of a motive, then I'll do it. But I mean, we could still, hang out during the day, right?
Steve doesn't want Reed in his house, and he doesn't want you at our place.
Really?
Our dad talked to Steve last night.
Normally, we'd ignore these new rules, just like every other boundary our father has tried to set.
But Steve was talking about pulling you out of the cove. How are we ever gonna see each other?
I don't know.
Wait, you two aren't gonna actually break up, are you? You're Ella and Reed! You two overly responsible, anxiety-ridden freaks are perfect for each other.
I need to think.
I wanna drown inside this. Go down.
Reed looks more serious than I've ever seen him. From the back seat, I reach out a hand to touch his neck. He covers my hand in his. I think Easton's going to make another joke about us, but he stays quiet. Steve is determined to keep us apart, and his plan looks like it's going to work. Then again, for the first time, Reed doesn't seem confident the charges against him will be dropped. My plan to catch the real killer hasn't worked. The trial is getting closer every day. I mean, maybe the best thing I can do for Reed is leave him alone.
Hope I don't drown in the reef this week like it's all on my nose, but I hate the stench of low tide. Low tide.
Spiraling down.
Things are still tense between Reed and I at lunch, and everyone at the Cove is still staring at us, though our group has gotten better at ignoring them. I sit with Reed, Val, and Nova on the grassy knoll.
Hey, can one of you drive Ella home after school today?
I can Uber. Why, are you busy or something?
East and I have water polo practice.
I thought you already won state. Or am I confused about how water polo works again?
Yeah, they did, but this is a separate thing. The Cove's swim and water polo teams are both competing one-on-one with our sister school, San Francisco Bay School. It's SoCal versus NorCal.
Ugh, the only school I hate more than the Cove is the Bay School. Those kids fight dirty.
Wait, is it an away game or a home game?
This year it's in San Francisco.
So you're all going on this trip without me?
Me and my lack of hand-eye coordination are staying home.
I thought you were gonna try to come with. Savannah said you could do photography stuff.
That might not work out.
What did she say?
Nothing, I didn't ask.
You didn't even ask?
You two just got back from a weekend trip to Santa Barbara, right? How was that?
Fine.
Sounds ambiguous.
Yeah, you didn't answer my texts all weekend.
Sorry, I unplugged.
I saw you viewing my Instagram stories.
Right. I'm sorry, Val, but did something happen this weekend? I mean, you seem off.
No, it was a good weekend.
Really good?
Is that some kind of prank?
Is that Easton holding 1,000,000 pink roses and balloons?
Yeah, he asked me not to say anything.
Is he? Oh no.
Oh, he's coming right for you, Nova.
Oh, this can't be happening.
Nova!
Oh God.
These roses are for you. The balloons as well.
Oh, it's a lot to hold.
Here, I'll hold them for you.
Bless you, Ella.
Thank you for the flowers. Sorry, being the center of attention triggers my freeze response. Like a rabbit.
You're doing great.
I don't think I am, actually.
You know what? The rest of us can stand over here. Give you a little breathing room. Move, you guys.
Nova, I've known you since freshman year, but I didn't talk to you in full sentences until much more recently. But at that time, I realized you were different from the many girls I've dated before.
Why does he sound like he's reading from a teleprompter?
Oh, he memorized this.
For that reason, I've come to you today to ask you a question.
Why is this so awkward?
It's like he's possessed by the ghost of someone's Mormon dad.
Val, I know you're whispering, but your voice carries.
My bad.
Nova, are you ready for my question? Will you go to prom with me?
Oh, she's frozen. Nova? Do you want to go to prom with Easton?
I feel really sweaty.
Ooh, she's melting down.
Val, go help her.
Okay, I'll go get her. I think if you could just give us a second.
For sure.
Oof, Easton's walking over here. That's not what I sounded like when I asked you to prom, is it?
I don't think she's feeling it.
Hey, she didn't say no.
Ella, I cannot express how much experience I have with women. I am a hot girl whisperer, okay? Do you know how many girls have told me they love me? I've had women stealing locks of my hair.
Yeah, that was crazy. We had to send a cease and desist.
Have you ever seen me take things so glacially slow with a girl? She's worth it, obviously. She's gorgeous. She's perfect.
Easton, do you actually know anything about this girl? Like, what do you even talk about together?
Basic stuff. Hi, bye, how are you? The kind of subtle flirtation, you know?
You don't know her at all. You're hung up on the idea of Nova, not the real Nova.
Oh, shit. You are, dude.
But why am I doing that?
Because you have an addictive personality, and you're addicted to female validation.
Huh?
You're addicted to the dopamine rush you get when a pretty girl gives you attention. You don't need a date to prom. You need to look inward and build up your self-esteem. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Maybe I am more than just an extremely sexually talented young man. Then again, she hasn't said no yet, so maybe I'll wait for a firm answer and then decide yay or nay on the self-esteem path. It sounds like a whole thing, you know?
Over Easton's shoulder, I watched Nova reach out and hold Valerie's hand, trying to pull her in. Then Val sees me watching and quickly pulls her hand away from Nova. The look on her face is guilty. Is she hiding something from me? That mean laugh. Savannah. I have to ask Savannah something, so I'll see you guys later. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Savannah's mean friends. I want to try out for the swim team again.
No.
Sav, you're down a swimmer. I'm mono-free. I have experience, And I know you're dying to beat that school in San Francisco.
Why would you want to try out for the team again after I broadcast your stripper footage all over the building?
I'm just dying to get involved in some extracurricular activities. Please, as my friend.
Can you detach from the Royals long enough to do some drills this afternoon?
Yes.
Be dressed and in the pool by 3 p.m. Don't be late.
Savannah wants to act like we barely know each other, but that isn't true. As she walks away, I catch her smiling to herself. If I was an optimist, I'd think she's smiling because she wants me on the team, but I'm not an optimist, and neither is she. I think back to my first swim tryout, and I begin to regret my decision. What does Savannah have in store for me? Am I making a huge mistake?
One, two, three, I don't know who else to be. 4, 5, 6, like they say I can't be fixed.
There's no skimpy bikini waiting for me in the locker room. No recordings of my cam girl days. No laughing rich girls. I put on a Cove swimsuit and brace myself for whatever's waiting in the pool area. Savannah is alone by the pool. Her arms are crossed, but at least she isn't surrounded by her groupies. No hazing today, Regina?
I'm gonna let you embarrass yourself this time. I want 50 yards of butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. Then we'll time your 100-yard freestyle. Think you can handle it?
Question. If I make the team, do I also have to start talking down to everyone? Or do you guys just do that for fun?
Get in the water, Ella. Faster, Ella. This isn't Fresno. Come on.
I hate to admit it, but Savannah's actually a good coach. She's the perfect combination of scolding and technique.
Keep your elbows high when you pull. Nice!
But it's been a while since I swam competitively. I'm slower than usual. I can feel my legs burning, but I keep pushing.
You shouldn't be this out of breath.
I'm just out of practice. I can do more. I mean, what do you want to see?
I'm not stupid, Ella. My parents actually framed my most recent IQ test.
That's so ridiculous.
No, look, I know that you only want to compete against the Bay School because it's an overnight trip, and your personal Ted Bundy is somehow still on the water polo team.
He's innocent.
Don't care. You know what I do care about? Winning. If I let you compete with us, I expect you to prioritize winning above sucking face with Reed. That means whether he throws a tantrum or gets decked in the face, you stay in the pool.
I know you're not used to caring about anyone other than yourself, but most of us can balance a sport with a loving relationship.
Reed Royal is a riptide, Ella. It doesn't matter how strong of a swimmer you are going to get pulled under.
I know your relationship with Easton was messed up, but he did love you, Savannah. And he wasn't trying to hurt you.
Oh my God, grow up. None of that matters. You and I attend one of the most prestigious prep schools in the country. We are ridiculously privileged. We have all the resources to end up at the most elite universities. Do you know how many girls our age would die to have what we have?
Of course I know that. I was poor for most of my life, Savannah, so don't lecture me about what it's like. I had nothing. I had no one.
And now you have everything. And every single day, I watch you prioritize a rich fuckboy over your own future. Just like I did. I spent months taking care of Easton, who's probably even more privileged than me. I couldn't sleep from the stress. My grades slipped, my coaching sucked. All for what? A high school relationship?
So you want me to abandon Reed so I can get into another pretentious, snobby school full of more girls like you?
I don't care what you do. I'm just done letting you and the royals affect me. You can drown if you want, Ella, but you're not dragging me down with you.
You're a liar, Savannah. You do care about what happens to me. You tried to protect me from David.
I failed, remember? You didn't listen to me.
Yeah. And I'm not listening to you now either, huh?
Nope. Enjoy your Riptide.
Did I make the team?
You made the team.
Savannah leaves without looking back. I feel my heart sink as I'm left alone in the pool. I managed to successfully win some alone time with Reed. An overnight trip. I mean, how amazing is that? But I still don't feel like celebrating. Savannah and Steve are telling me the same thing, and I'm starting to wonder if they're right.
Hey, Ella.
Val? Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Did something happen with Reed?
No. Look, I know I've been hyper-focused on the Reed stuff, and I've been slacking as your best friend, but you seemed off at lunch, and I just wanted to check on you. Is everything all right?
Don't be mad.
What happened?
Ella, there's something I've been hiding from you.
Why does it sound like I feel like a stranger? It's like I'm surprised by the good things in life. And when I cry, there's no wise, you just simply can't.
On the next episode of The Royals of Malibu, this is a perfect Saturday tradition.
Let's do it forever? You're just sucking up to me because I have no friends.
I'm your friend. Who else do you need?
No one.
After how I acted with Tam, I don't trust myself in another relationship.
Don't avoid this conversation about us. I feel like we've been talking around it for weeks.
What are you supposed to do when you meet the perfect person and you're just not ready for her yet? Did I just mess everything up?
All I want is stability.
The Royals of Malibu is a production of Emerald Audio, an imprint of Diversion, in partnership with Pod People. Starring Alyssa McKay as Ella Sinclair, Chris Cafero as Reed Royal, Nick Cafero as Easton Royal, Armen Taylor as CALLUM Royal, Franchesca Agramonte as Valerie Gonzalez, Hannah Montoya as Savannah Gonzalez, Daniel Lench as Steve O'Halloran, Maura Vincent as DINAH O'Halloran, Stephanie Sherry as Lucy, Jillian Kinsey as Nova and Detective Schmidt. Directed by Ashton Carter. Written by Kiana Caddyblue. Produced by Emma Demuth. Production management by Ashton Carter. Production assistance by Hannah Ray Leach and Audrey Leach. Story development by Emma Demuth. Editorial direction by Scott Waxman. Casting by Lindsay Ploussard. Sound editing, sound design, and engineering by Morgan Foose and Carter Wogan. Dialogue editing by Adam Raimonda and Carter Wogan. Theme music by Maddie Noyes. Consulting producers, Chris Cafero and Nick Cafero. Executive producers, Rachel King, Alyssa McKay, and Scott Waxman. For more information, visit diversionaudio.com.
Emerald Audio.